Well, another update on the 57 project. Frame's pretty much done. Tacked in some rough motor mounts to hold the motor and tranny in place, just for fitment until I get the body on. And figured I'd do a walk around on the gem of a car that is going on that frame. So this is it here. It's pretty crusty. Nothing in the front end's bolted on. Everything's just kind of loosely set. And well, it was parked before I got it. It was parked where a bunch of 18-wheelers parked. And apparently somebody backed into it and crushed this. It's not a big deal, right? That's not bad. Then you come back here and you can see it bowed the fender down here. That's not bad either. Now this is where it gets a little bit ugly. The fender came back and punched the wiper cowl and buckled that pretty good. That's not too bad either, because it needs a wiper cowl anyway, because it's all rotted. But because everything's rotted, if you look, you get a little bit of a gap up here and a little bit of a gap up here, a little bit tighter of a gap here, and then you come down here and it's pretty much touching. So when that got hit, it essentially bent this whole pillar back. So now when you go to open the door, it drops down a good amount. That's partially because of rot, because there's a good amount of it, but it's also because that's bent down. So that's one problem to deal with. You know, not the end of the world. Get a porta power in there from underneath, start pushing it out, start dollying it around, get it to where it needs to be before you end up cutting it off to put on a new one. But now comes, actually, we'll kind of give a quick walk around of the rest of the car first. Let's see, the bottoms of the fenders, they're all bondoed and patched and rotted again. Rockers are bondoed and patched and rotted. Rear doors rotted really bad. This dog leg is just solid bondo. The quarter, that's all gone. It's been bondoed and re-rotted, and somebody already sectioned in a patch panel up here somewhere from underneath when you look. So I'm probably going to section in another quarter, probably up around this molding and down. I have a decent used one out back I'll use. But overall, the roof line's pretty decent. Tailgate, surprisingly, is in really good shape. A couple of dents, but not rotted. Rear panel, it's got some rot. But surprisingly enough, it's not loaded with mud yet. So I think what I'm seeing is all that's there. This used to be that pretty cool copper color that some of these were. You can see it coming through the paint here. Whatnot, got some old school bumper stickers on here. The Puerto Rico one, I don't know if it actually made it there or not. And this quarter's been patched, bondoed, and re-rotting again. And up there, the dog leg's gone, rocker's gone. Same thing over here, the bottom of the door's gone, rocker's gone. More of the rocker's gone. Fender's been patched and bondoed and re-rotting again. Same thing over here, some rot on the wiper cowl. Whatnot. And I think this side's okay. Yeah, that one's not rotted off there, but this one here has got some rot down in here. And that's kind of where it mounts. These mount to the bumper. So that's actually a little bit of a structural issue there. A little bit of rot on the wheel well. So yeah, and like hood's not bolted on. The only saving grace for this thing is the hood. The hood's actually in great shape. When the last owner that I got it off of first got it, he took the hood off and put it in his basement. So the rest of the car sat out and aged more than the hood. But that's okay. Too bad he couldn't fit the whole car in the basement. Saved it a little better. And we got some more rot here on this back door, up near the window. And there's rust everywhere. So now, onto the inside. There is nothing left of the floor in here. The rockers ain't even attached to the floor anymore. Let me move the whole doorpost in and out. And you can see, throw the light down there, give it a better effect. Yeah, that's how bad it is. All the way across. Floor's gone. See right through up there. Most of the door jam's okay. There's a little bit of rot up here, and very common on these there. When I first got it, I had to rip the headliner down. There's nothing but rats' nests up there. And the seats are pretty roached also. If I don't get a chance to redo the seats, maybe I'll get a rubber rat. Stick the head of the rubber rat out of there. See, it's going to be built as a rat rod. What do you think? And here's the back. And there's actually some floor on this side, but I'm going to replace the whole thing in one piece. Everything structurally is gone underneath. All this dog leg's been patched, riveted, glued, bondoed, and whatnot. So we'll cut all that out. I got another whole dog leg assembly coming for it. And I think this actually opens. There's everything in the back. But I don't think there's any rot up on the roof. It's just all surface rust. And then down here, there's some rot. This has all been patched. That's a piece of sheet metal laid over and just screwed down a couple of places. Factory, that's where the spare tire would go. There'd be a half moon opening here, and the spare tire would drop down in. And they cut that out to put a different gas tank in. So they cut out the whole bottom of that pan and just skinned this over. So that's another issue to address. I probably won't put the spare tire piece back in, just the tire in the back. Fine with that. And here's the other side. You know, rock is gone, dog leg's gone. And same thing over here. It's all Swiss cheese. Actually, this one's actually attached a little bit. But luckily the toe kick area, which is separate right there from the rest of the floor, is actually in decent shape. So I'm actually going to buy a one-piece floor for this. It comes from this seam with the inner rocker welded to it all the way back behind the back seat, and every floor brace already pre-welded on it. It's like $1,000, and she's gonna save some time and buy that and make it come out that much nicer. Yeah, put some lube on that door hinge. So that's a quick walk around. Oh well, not so quick. But that's the crusty beast. Now I gotta start tearing it down and getting it all braced up to be able to get it off the frame, then fit it on the replacement frame. And then once I know it fits, then I can start cutting out the whole floor pan and start getting ready for the floor pan and rockers and quarter patches and dog legs and God knows what else I'll end up doing to it. I'm sure I'll find a lot more than I'm expecting. That's the way these things go. But yeah, wish me luck, and I'll check back in again. Look at how crusty this is. The numbers are all bleached right out of it. That's how long this thing's been sitting around. Can't even read the odometer. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get to work. Hopefully you guys are playing around with the project. If not, find one. Do something. It's fun.